You got to see yourself wanting this house, buying this house, living in this house, right? Number two is that a part of getting your mind right is finding out what are you using your money on. Notice I didn't say spending your money on, because spending means to me that it leaves and never comes back. But what are you using your money on? What are you circulating your money on? Because you want the money to circulate back to you. One of the most important quotes that I heard many, many years ago has stuck with me, and I use it when I'm making purchases. And that quote was, if you want to find out what you love, if you want to find out what's most important to you, look at what you're using your money on. Look at what you're circulating your money on. Are you circulating your money on tomfoolery, like going out to a bunch of concerts that's not benefiting you? Vacations that's not benefiting you. Vacations, like, if they're not business trips, you're not meeting important people or making important connections. You're buying a bunch of name brand clothing, not benefiting you. Buying a bunch of vehicles, liabilities, not using it for business, that's not benefiting you. There's so many, eating out all the time, not benefiting you. There's so many different things that we use our money on that's not benefiting us. It's a liability. Liability means it's costing us. It's not adding to our life, right? We all need some recreation, but we don't want to over recreate ourselves. And I don't even know if that's even a real phrase, but don't over recreate yourself. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Unless you got enough funds to do so. Do not do all these extracurricular activities and recreation if you are not financially capable of doing so. In getting your mind right, you are seeing yourself in this house. You're seeing yourself keeping this house. I did a video a while ago that says just because you qualify for something doesn't necessarily mean you can afford it. So you've also got to take a look at your finances and see what you can actually afford. All right. Just because someone says, hey, you can get into $1 million house, that doesn't necessarily mean you can afford that $1 million house.